Hello, this is Freya from Otherworldly, and I'm on a horse again, on the Teagle Pit Arabian, in fact, and she is wearing a lovely, a very detailed tack set from Cheval called the Emperor tack set. It's available for a number of the Teagle Pet breeds. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if there was one for the Shetland, but lots of the other breeds have it. It's very detailed. It's got a lot of customization options for colors as well. The only part I'm not wearing here is the stirrups. Because obviously stirrups, your feet won't always fit into them, so can look a little weird when you're mounted. Depends on how picky you are about those sort of things. So you've got bridle, and you've got a really nice looking saddle, various fancy accoutrements to the saddle, and it has a bit of an Eastern Asian flair to it. So I've found myself a sim that is based on a Japanese village of the Edo period. I thought that could serve as a nice backdrop. This set is available at the Horse Show, the event for Teagle Pet accessories and Teagle Avatar accessories. It's still running for a few more days. I think it ends on the 24th of November. And if you went there early on, this set was actually a later edition, so you want to check the place out again if you haven't in the last week or two, to see this one, because it really is one of the nicest sets I've seen in terms of sort of non-modern tack sets. Those are rather nice, but this one is very beautiful. I think I'll give you a better look at it as well. Go in, and it was a little difficult to focus on something. I think if I focus on myself, that will make it easier. The horse itself is not an avatar, so it makes it harder. It's very lovely. I think it looks particularly stunning on the Arabian. And the other reason that the main reason that I wanted to turn this into a video, because this would have been lovely for just some still photos, is the fantastic hair that I'm wearing. This is a hair by Mythril, who also makes accessories for the Cheval pets, and it is a bento animated hair. As you can see, it moves around. Yes, when you're sitting on a horse, it's going to cut into the horse, but I will show you something more in a bit as well. So it sways gently, very prettily. It has tons of options for colors. In them you can do the inside, so the outside here, and then the inside of the hair separately. You can set glows and materials on it. You can have the streaks, you can have these little sparkles, and you can have the flowers. Lots of options for customizing it for a really nice looking fantasy hair. And now I'm going to turn the HUD interface back on, so it's going to get a little busy for a while here. On the screen, you've got a hair pose HUD. So if you want the hair to fly out behind you like this for photos, for example, back up a little bit so you can see it. Or maybe off to the side, like that. It catches the light beautifully. I've got a HUD, as you can see, the Photo Pro HUD, which is illuminating me a bit so that I have more freedom with the wind light setting, and it also picks up more of the material effects. This one almost turns into like a little cloak for the back of the horse, so that one looks very nice, I think, for being on a horseback. This works as well, and it curls around like that. What else do we have? One that fans out like that, also very nice. And then you got some for like this. I could see if you want to gallop along. This would look cool. The hair streaming out behind you. Excuse me, it's not Corona, and you won't catch it over the internet anyway. Down like that, just curving behind you. I would love to have a hair like this that allowed me to do a bit of a Lady Godiva thing on horseback, dressed in nothing but the hair. So those are some of the options you've got, and let's take these off and see how. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to auto walk first, and then I will take off the HUD interface and see if, oops, it would appear that my horse can't actually. There we go. Well, okay, maybe the sim was a little crowded to do an auto walk on. I seem to be running into things all the time. I've had smarter IDs. Especially since it becomes harder to take it off when I turn off the hood. Oops. Okay, that was not the cleverest idea Linda's had. I figured I was going to show you really nicely how the hair was moving as my horse was moving along, but yeah, a little too crowded here. That is obviously an experiment for another time. The sim is also a little bit laggy, which makes it a bit tricky to do much moving, but at least I was able to show you the poses on the hood. Oh, I see, there are stairs here. Well, my pony will just have to manage the stairs. Up we go. Let me see if I can just manage it with... no. Let's get back up again. Come on, pony. Oh, definitely not an auto walk situation. So I'm just going to walk myself over to some pretty place and pose again. It's a lovely sim, though. The village of the hero. There we go. I think I'll pause here. Hidden behind the hedge. That's a nice look at 2 new releases. I've also got some older releases on. I've got a dress by Velvet Whip and Faida called Alethea, which I thought had a bit of a fantasy Asian feel or something like that, and the colors went really well with the saddle's colors. And then I've got boots by Lassitude and Ennui. That covers about it. And sorry I couldn't show you quite how the hair moves as you are riding, but as I said, it does sway with you and your motions, and then you can have it control it via the poses and have it stream out and look quite fantastic. So there's actually a fit for men as well, so even if you're a guy, this is something for a fantasy look that you could consider getting. And that, I think, should wrap this video up. Again, apologies for that bit of confusion and running into all the parts of the sim, but that's what happens when you try to be creative sometimes. Until the next time.